third Sunday of Advent, December 11th, 2022. Our entrance antiphon for this third Sunday in Advent is, quote, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say rejoice. Indeed, the Lord is near," unquote. Today marks the third Sunday in Advent, and in our liturgical ritual, we light the joy candle on our Advent wreath, which symbolizes joy and delight at the coming of Jesus. Last week, we lit the second candle, which represents faith. It is called the Bethlehem candle, as a reminder of Mary and Joseph's journey to Bethlehem. The third candle today is pink or rose, which symbolizes joy. It is called the shepherd's candle. It is pink or rose as a liturgical color for joy, remembering the importance of the shepherds announcing the birth of Jesus. This week, we see a shift from the more somber prior weeks of Advent to a more joyous atmosphere of anticipation, excitement, and expectancy. The angel's message to the shepherd was one of good tidings of great joy. It is a reminder that Christmas message is one of rejoicing. What do you know about joy? For most of us, rejoicing is not a word we use frequently in our vocabulary. All too often, joy is confused with its cousin, happiness. And although they are related, they are not the same. In short, happiness tends to be linked to external circumstances, while joy springs deep from within us. Isaiah tells us that all of nature is exultant at the coming of God. Quote, "The desert and parched land will exult. The steppe will rejoice and bloom. They will bloom with abundant flowers and rejoice with joyful song," unquote. Rejoice. Joy is a very real and deep happiness that is rooted in faith and trust. In this third week of Advent, we pause and reflect on the first half of the season, as well as look ahead to the last weeks. Joy is a good feeling in our souls produced by the Holy Spirit, as He or she causes us to see the beauty of Jesus in His Word and in His works. Joy is what we ask for from the Holy Spirit. The joy of the Lord is our strength. Is there a unique character that lingers in our hearts when we recall the many Advents and Christmases of our childhood, when we anticipated the coming of Jesus by setting up our miniature cribs in our homes and hanging up our stockings on our fireplace for Santa? Then going to see Santa and telling him what we wanted for Christmas. This time of year is easy to get caught up in the pursuit of happiness, whether it's hoping for that one item that tops our wish list or trying to create a Christmas that looks like the covers of the magazine or sale ads that stream into our homes. And yes, while we all seek to be happy, it is important to remember that Christmas isn't about happiness. In fact, there are many people who may find it difficult to be happy at this time of year. They may be celebrating Christmas without a dear loved one who has passed away, or perhaps a member of the family who is far away, or even estranged, and there is great sadness in this absence. Others may be living with financial stress or emotional stress, burdens which may go unseen to others, but not unknown to God. So, can Christmas be full of joy during such heavy circumstances? Our gospel acclamation from Isaiah is our answer. Quote, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because God has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor," unquote. An increase of faith and hope are the real gifts that we need and desire this Advent Christmas season. Only then do we find real joy, the kind that springs from the heart, fills the soul, and holds us tight in the embrace of God, even when the storms of life rage around us. This Christmas, may you and we find real joy by taking all our cares and worries to the God who set each star in place, who numbered the hairs on our head, and who loves us so much that he gave his only Son so that we could have the greatest gift of all, living in the heart of God for all eternity. St. James tells us to be patient until the coming of the Lord. And he compares our need for patience to the farmer who waits for our precious earth to bear fruit. John the Baptist is languishing in prison, so he sends his disciples to ask Jesus what kind of salvation was Jesus bringing. No doubt John is disappointed about what he is hearing about Jesus. Jesus is not being the kind of prophet that John the Baptist was looking for. He's disappointed that what he's hearing. Jesus is not being the kind of prophet that John the Zealot was expecting. Jesus is offering a different message from John's, and John is disappointed in the Jesus because Jesus' message is one of hope and love for the poor. May we, as followers of Jesus, relate this message of hope and love to all our friends and families this season. And may we find our love and hope in Jesus, who is always present and coming among us. Let us rejoice.